What's up, everybody? Magicalish here, coming to you as promised with a tutorial on a really cool and very powerful card trick. This is in my repertoire today. When I go out performing or filming or whatever, I usually perform this trick, and it really has gotten some of the best reactions I've ever gotten from performing magic. So here's the trick. It's my musician nerd brain trick. There's a performance of it on my channel if you want to dig and check it out. This is the trick, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But you see I've got a shuffled deck of playing cards here. We can go ahead and mix them up a little bit more if you want, however, you know, whatever you guys want. Now, I would ask my participant then to take the cards and take them behind their back and go ahead and give the deck a cut, or even 2 or 3. They can cut as many times as they like. They can even get sneaky and just take like 1 card off the bottom and call that a cut, move it to the top. But then I would ask them to take that top card and put it in their pocket. I'm going to leave it on the table, but I would ask them to put it in their pocket and then hand the deck back to me, where I'm going to have one quick look and tell you which card I think is missing from the deck. So I'll have one quick look, and I can tell you now it's the 7 of Hearts is missing from the deck. So, pretty cool trick. I'm going to show you guys how to get this done and amaze your friends and family with some really cool magic. I mean, if you're going to learn a trick, I don't always teach. My channel is mainly for performances and having fun with you guys, but I think, magician or not, everybody should know a cool card trick to show their friends. So, if you want to learn this, get yourself a deck of playing cards, preferably in new deck order, and come on back, hit pause or whatever you have to do, and come on back and I'll show you. I'm going to move the camera down here so you guys can see a little better what's going on. And I've got this other deck, and this trick does require some setup. It's a stacked deck. And I'm going to show you guys how to stack it. It's kind of intricate, but just bear with me here. First of all, you want to separate out, and this is why I want a new deck order. But you separate out all the suits, and for each stack of the suits, you want the ace on the bottom and the king on top. So ace, 2, 3, and so forth and so up to king. So you want to be looking at all the kings as you're stacking this here. So here we go. Do I got this in frame here? Oh, there we go. So you guys can see what's going on. Now, and actually, I'm going to reverse this so it's more legible to you guys. So now this is what you want: clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. And that you can kind of nickname this trick Chased 3. Okay? Now, chased is CHSD. I mean, imagine you're Donald Trump trying to spell something. Chased. Okay? Anyway, the first thing you want to do is take these clubs, and you just take the ace and move it to the top. So that's the first step. With your hearts, you want to take the 4, everything below the 4, and move it to the top. With the spades, it's the 7. You take everything below the 7, this will all make sense in a moment, and move it to the top. So everything below the 7 with the spades, and with the diamonds, it's everything below the 10 you take and put on top. So you're looking at ace, 4, 7, 10, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. Now, this is how you stack the deck. And it always goes clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, and so forth until you have your stack, but always clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds until you have this one stack in that order. I won't go through all the pain of stacking this, and we'll just get back to this other deck, and I'll show you guys a little bit about how to perform this and how this works. Now, once you have this stack, this is what this does, is it kind of makes the deck sort of like a wheel, where no matter where you cut it in the wheel, it's always the next, hearts, the spades will be next, the diamonds, the clubs, so it's always clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds, and each card is 3 apart. So Jack, Queen, King, Ace, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, Jack, Queen, King. So they're always 3 apart. And what this allows you to do is cut the deck anywhere, and that makes the bottom card determine what the top card is, because it's like a wheel. So 4 of clubs, so I know the top card will be a diamond, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. A heart, clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. So I know the top card will be a heart, and it will be 3 plus 3 from the bottom card. So 4, 5, 6, 7 of hearts will be the top card. And now let's get into a little bit of the performance. A couple of the stipulations. These are the rules on this trick, okay? You can only cut the cards. You can't do, if you have a participant starts doing stuff like this, then no, that won't work. You have to just cut the cards. So, and you can cut them wherever. You can take a tiny little stack off the bottom, or you can take one single card and off the bottom and move it to the top, whatever, but just single cuts. Now, you notice in the performance, I say I'm going to mix the cards, and I do this. I'm just taking a stack from the bottom and moving it to the top, and if you don't linger on this moment too long, it just looks like you're doing an overhand shuffle. And at this point, you've spread the cards for them, and you're just mixing it up a little bit. And so I don't like to linger on that too much. Not act like it's a big deal. Yes, they're mixed. Okay, let's get on with the trick. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can do it where the cards are in your hands the entire time, which is the most trustworthy. So you could ask your participants, I'm going to cut the cards however many times until you say stop and you're satisfied that I don't know what that top card is. And that's how you go about it. And you just have the cards in your hands the whole time. Or you can ask the participant, say, take any stack off the top and put it in my other hand. And then you cut the cards and say, listen, you want to do that again until you're satisfied I don't know what the top card is, or nobody knows what the top card is. And then you have them take the top card. It's more magical if the participant can be involved, actually be a participant rather than a spectator. So I like to hand the cards to them, and it might seem risky, and it kind of is, but to take the cards behind their back. And the reason to take it behind their back is because that makes it really difficult. So they're thinking like, okay, I got to cut these right. And so they're not going to do fancy shuffles and things behind their back. They're going to just follow simple instructions. And especially if you do a couple cuts for them like that. You know how to cut the cards, right? And you do this, you'll find that your spectators will mimic your actions if you just show them how. Now, the cool part about this is, well, there's a lot of cool parts about this. But when they hand it back to you, there's a few different things you can do. I do the magician or the musician nerd brain, where I say, oh, to learn a song, I have to learn every single note, or to write a song, I know every single note, and I know every nuance of every little note. And so when they take the top card, I say, now, there's way more than 52 notes in a song, so this is actually pretty easy for me. And this gives me justification to peep this bottom card, and it also, it gives a little, I don't know, it's plausible somebody could know the deck that well. You know, they really think, they're like, wow, you know, that is truly a magic mind. But there's all kinds of ways. You know, say you hand it off to your participant, they cut it behind their back, they take the card, and then you can just do this and have a little peek, and then just set the cards down and put your hand over it and say, oh, I think that one's missing. You know, that is amazing too. So there's several ways you can perform this, and I encourage you guys to get creative with this. I tried to teach this to my mother, and I was likening it to, oh, my son John, he used to steal out of our change jar to go buy candy or cigarettes when he was a teenager or whatever. And I could always tell there was some missing. I always know what you're up to, you know, if you're doing this for your kids or something, and say like, oh, here, take the card, and yeah, I know what one you took. See, I know. You can have a lot of fun with this, and I really encourage you to. A couple last little things. I know this is a long video, but thanks for tuning in. I've actually had some of the best reactions from this. I've had people not even believe me that it's a trick, where they start going on about, you need to go to the casino. If you can do that with cards, you really, and they give me all kinds of advice on what kind of games to play and how I could win big. And and I tried to tell them, you know, like, no, it's a magic trick. There's a trick to it. You know, I'm not really. Anyway, I mean, I am very magical, but in other ways. Also, this really brings home to me how clever people are. I mean, give this a little thought of, you know, if people want something impossible, they will figure out a way. And and one thing I forgot too, as you're spreading the cards and showing people, I have never once had anybody say, that looks red, black, red, black, red, black now. No, nobody has ever once questioned, especially you do this kind of sloppy spread a little bit, you know, where they're clumped here and there. And you can do, you know, any kind of showing of the cards, and nobody has ever once, you know, you do a little fan or whatever, try to get fancy with it, and I've never been good at that stuff. But anyway, yeah, but how clever people are. So, 3 rules: clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds. The bottom card +3. And then cuts only. Okay, so those are like just the parameters of the trick. The rest is up to you guys to get creative with. Please send me comments, send me a video of you guys performing this. I would love to see that. And hope everybody's well, and I will see you again performing another cool magic trick, whatever it's going to be. Have a good one, you guys. Magical is here. Bye.